as we already know, the kingdom during the reign of Ashoka was huge and expanded across almost the whole subcontinent. So, obviously, such a huge empire will need strong administration. But after the death of Ashoka, weak rulers ascended the throne. The children of Ashoka were sent away to spread the laws of Dhamma. So his grandson Dushrata Maurya ascended the throne and he could not efficiently govern his state. Now let us come to the causes of the decline of such a huge empire. So Ashoka's policy where he practiced non-violence and abolishment of the caste system. So his laws included the same treatment for everyone. So they had the same criminal and the civil laws for each and everyone. This obviously infuriated the Brahmins who were the upper caste because they earlier used to enjoy certain privileges, but now since they did not have any privileges, they started to revolt. So the last king Brihadrata Maurya was assassinated by his general Pushyamitra Shunga, who was also a Brahmin. So you see how the policies started revolts within the empire. So as you know, Ashoka also practiced non-violence, because of which he used the army only as a means of self-defense. So the army was not motivated to be trained very efficiently. So when, due to the abolishment of the caste system, when the revolt started, the army was inefficient in suppressing the revolts. Can you tell me, the rulers after Ashoka were strong? Is it true or false? Yes, it's false. Because as we have just learned that the rulers after Ashoka could not govern properly as the military was also inefficient in suppressing the revolts. Now another reason for the decline of the Mauryan Empire was because it was very vast. So managing such a huge empire obviously needed very serious planning and good administration, which was lacking in the later kings. We already saw how Chandragupta Maurya, Bindusara and Ashoka administered their kingdom very efficiently, but this quality of serious administration was lacking in the later rulers, because of which the Mauryan Empire declined. So the next reason was the lack of proper transport. As we already see that the Mauryan Empire was covering a huge area. So the two extreme ends of the Mauryan Empire were not connected properly, and the water and land transport was also not very developed. Now in times of urgency, this posed a serious issue. Now the next reason for the decline of the Mauryan Empire was the decline of economy. We already know that Ashoka made huge donations to the Buddhist monks and the monasteries, which left the royal treasury empty. Now what happened? The later rulers were also very inefficient and they could not keep the royal treasury in a healthy state. So because of the lack of economy, maintaining such a huge army was very difficult, and hence it took a toll on the administration as well. Lastly, the formation of independent kingdoms by the provincial governors also led to the decline of the Mauryan Empire. So we see, as the Mauryan Empire weakened gradually, the provincial governors took this opportunity to break away from the empire and establish their own kingdoms. In northwest and North India, Indo-Greeks ruled for almost 100 years. In North India and parts of the central India, a general of the Mauryans, Pushyamitra Shunga, developed his own dynasty. And in parts of southern India, there were many kingdoms that established gradually, like the Cholas, Chelas, Pandyas. And 1500 years ago from now, we see that the Chalukyas and the Pallavas also existed and were the main kingdoms in the south. So now you see how the last king of the Mauryan Empire, Brihadrata Maurya, was killed by Pushyamitra Shunga. Now who was Pushyamitra Shunga? He was a general in the court of Brihadrata, and this Pushyamitra Shunga was also a Brahmin. So now you see how the policies of Ashoka have led to the Brahmins to start revolts against the empire, and this is why Pushyamitra Shunga kinged the last Mauryan king Brihadratha in around 187 BCE, and this led to the establishment of the Shunga dynasty by Pushyamitra Shunga. So you see how just within 50 years of the death of Ashoka, the huge Mauryan empire declined gradually. So let us conclude what were the reasons for the decline of the Mauryan empire. The weak rulers who ascended the throne after Ashoka. Ashoka's policy of non-violence and the abolishment of the caste system, which infuriated the Brahmins, and they started revolting. The vastness of the empire, as the empire was so huge, it needed to be governed efficiently. Lack of proper transport to connect the extreme ends of the empire. So, during the times of emergency, communication was very difficult and posed a serious threat. Decline of the economy, which made it difficult to maintain such a huge army, which was used to suppress the revolts. And at last, the formation of independent kingdoms by the provincial governors. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. You can also register for free at DeltaStep.com or download the DeltaStep app and get access to all our 5,000 plus amazing videos as per your school syllabus. Master each topic with our adaptive practice technology, get million plus questions with step-by-step solutions and unlimited mock tests. Get all your doubts resolved instantly. Learn via games and win amazing prizes like PlayStations and iPads. So at DeltaStep, learning is not just fun and easy, it is rewarding too. So register for free now.